Hello, everyone. Oh, wait just a second. Is that? Yeah, something stuck on my leg. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Decided to take a break from zombie killing because I realized I've been playing a lot of zombie games the last few streams. To check in on the supermarket since there have been some updates, which I was told about this one about cleaning the store. Yay. Oh, hold on just a second. Ooh, that was weird. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay, is that glitching? Why am I moving like that? What is happening? Oh, so there's just like stuff. Oh no. Okay. Am I gonna have to restart? What is happening there? What is going on? Okay. Collect garbage, throw in trash can. Select mop. Okay. What in the world? Well, guys, maybe we'll... Uh-oh. Might have to restart this. What is going on? There's like some weird drift situation happening. I'm not using a controller. Hold on a second. Yeah, I just had the mouse completely lifted and it was, what is going on here? Okay. Just a second, guys. Which my mouse isn't plugged in. Well, I'm not using a controller though. Is the thing. Hold on. Ugh, let me grab it. Because the controller is under here. And I just noticed it keeps, whoops, switching to the buttons. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it was. Give me just a second, guys. Let me just see. Da-na-na-na-na. Okay, let me see if that fixes it. Ugh. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good. Yay! I guess because I wind the cord around my controller when I use my controller, and I guess it was pressing on the knob thingy. I've never seen that happen before. It was fighting itself. Okay, anyway. So we got clean the windows. Man, nobody asked for these. Who asked for these updates? They better also put in the people I can employ to do this for me. Because it's like, I got enough to do. Besides worrying about this. Buy a crate from the market? Buy a crate? Crate. Crate. Oh, okay. Hold tab to open the tool wheel and pick the crate. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and order stock. Now that we have acclimated and cleaned. Okay. Anywho. I don't see anything. Oh, okay. I'll have to look in a second. After we get all this crap ordered. Okay. I'm surprised that there's still a bunch of booze. Okay. Get this stuff. Okay, go ahead and get that. Ew. Yuck. How wonderful that everyone can just leave trash in our store. Oh, let's see. Get some of this stuff too. I forgot what was stocked and not stocked. French fries are okay for the moment. Pizza's okay. Hopefully everybody's having a nice weather. We where we are had a big old snowstorm, so we got a bunch of snow. So we kept ourselves inside for the weekend. It super duper snowed yesterday. It snowed a little bit on Saturday, and then super duper, excuse me, super duper snowed yesterday. So we've just been chilling at home. It's one of those times that makes me glad that that I do work from home, because so much snow, right? Because even though that means I don't get a snow day from work, it also means I don't have to try to go out in the weather to get to work, because I don't miss that. I don't miss having jobs like that where they, even though it's crazy, absolutely expect you to show up in a storm. Because screw safety, I care more about selling products. So I'm glad we don't, or I don't have that issue. Which 3 out of 4 of our little cluster friend group don't actually. We almost have all 4 that could potentially work from home. I say could because Prometheus can work from home, but they have him going back to the office at the moment. Whoop. Oh, school's out tomorrow too? Do they still do what they did when we were in school, where if they're out for snow, they have to make up the days at the end of the year? Is that still a thing? Or are they not doing that anymore? Because I remember loving when there were snow days, but hating the fact that that meant at the end of the school year you'd have to be in school longer. Are they still doing that? Oh, so now there's like a specific number. Okay. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were in school, wasn't it that in general, if we had snow days, they had to be made up at the end of the year, which sucked. Which just isn't fair, really. Because we don't control the weather. It's not our fault if there's a bunch of colossal snow days happening. Which I'm sure all the kids right now are finding this very convenient and not because isn't it like extending their winter break? Because weren't they supposed to go back to school this week? Did school restart this or was supposed to? So they're probably all like, "Yay! We get to stay home longer and annoy our parents." Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Yep. So their winter break for Christmas just like got extended via snow days. I'm kind of well, maybe not completely, but I'm kind of almost partially surprised that they've got school out tomorrow just because I'm sure since it didn't snow today they were working on getting the roads cleared. But maybe there's still ice since the temperatures are low. I don't know. Cuz none of us went out today to investigate. Cuz none of us had to go out to go to work today. I'm not surprised by that. And the other couple times we've gotten little dustings of snow, the temperatures haven't been that bad, so it's like melted within a day or two. But now we've hit the truly winter temperatures where we're in like the single digits and the negatives at night. So that snow's like, I'm here. Like I was telling Prometheus, I'm just thankful it waited until after the week of Christmas for all of us that traveled to see family and stuff, because that would have been unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Are y'all good? Uh, what do you mean the racks are full in storage? Guys? The racks are not full in storage. Is that a glitch? I cleared the tags for y'all. You should be good. Great. Fantastical. Oh, I have to do something on the computer? Hold on. Uh. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Uh. Oh. Oh, that's neat. I can hire someone to deal with the self checkout so I don't have to. Um. Oh, I see. Uh. Use unlabeled rack. Oh. That's new. Interesting. Huh. They just be adding all kinds of stuff. Okay. Yeah, those must have been a new update as well, because I don't recall seeing those switches before. It's been a minute since I played, obviously. It all depends on what you're in the mood for, though. Because I was in the mood for... Why are there... Oh. We just doing this? Not gonna put this shite away? Guess I'll do it. Okay. Don't worry, I got it. No problem. But anyway, we played a lot of zombie killing over the weekend too, so. Wow, that poor soul just has to stand there next to the self checkout. Literally paying someone to stand there and take care of that crap. But oh well. I wonder when we're gonna get the. Not that I'm looking forward to it, mind you, but I wonder when we're gonna get the shoplifter updates and stuff. Because I feel like that's been up there for a while, like upcoming, but we've gotten updates for other things, but not those yet. Not that I want them, like I said. I'm not looking forward to the shoplifter one. Because now we're getting into like stress territory of like, wait a minute now. This is supposed to be a leisurely supermarket. Hello. Supermarket running experience. I don't need all this extra crap happening. How dare. This cake reminds me of something. Like something I can purchase. Maybe it's those loaf cakes at Walmart, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. That I remember fondly. That I haven't bought, I think, since I worked at a Walmart, actually. So it's been over a decade. Where were these at? Was that this? No. This is like a keg. Where did I put this? Where was this? Uh, did I have this in stock already? Surely I did. Uh, where was this? Nope, not in the fridge. Did I not have this stocked? I could have sworn I did. But I don't see a spot for it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the sushi. Wait, what was over here? That's all sushi. Okay. I thought I had a spot for this. Did I not have this out? Because there's a spot open here, but I just don't want to sit it there if it doesn't. Okay. Alright, well, maybe I didn't put these out. Okay. All the kegs. Alright. I gotta make sure I set a price for that. I could have sworn I put that out. Let's see. Okay. Maybe I bought that product and just didn't put it out. Pretty sure these are full. Yes. Okay. Didn't I see some of these already back here? Yep. Like I think I overbought the crab sticks a little bit. But that's okay. Because I'm sure that people will eat it. Okay, and it's full. Okay. Let's go ahead and open. I'm just gonna observe for a minute here. Anyway. But yeah, hopefully everyone is staying warm. Those of you people that did not get the cold snap and or the dump of snow, lucky you. I think Spirit and Mine's hometown where we're from, I'm pretty sure they got more than us. Because I saw a picture, which I don't know how much we have, I haven't measured. But I saw a picture yesterday afternoon someone posted from our hometown, and they were measuring their snow, and it was 7 inches then, but that was like the afternoon on Sunday. And it definitely snowed more after that. Hello, welcome, welcome. So I think they got hit with more than us because from all the weather, whatever you call that, weather charts, whatever they're called, it projected from what I saw that they were supposed to get more. Mm-hmm. Because I know my dad and my grandmother were texting me like, "Are you guys staying in? How much snow did you get?" So I have mixed feelings about snow. Like, which luckily now that I have the job that I have and I'm not required to go out in it on a regular basis if it snows, I'm a little less unhappy about it. But at the same time, I'm just like, oh, snow. It's so pretty to look at, but such a pain in the butt. Oh yeah, Spirit, I know we talked about like dinner earlier as far as like the your hubby being off different days of the week. Does that start this week, did you say? So is he off tomorrow? Or did they change it since he wasn't out there Sunday and Monday? Same. Yep. Okay, cool. Uh how convenient that segued into a long weekend for him. Um oh man, yeah, 9 inches. That's quite a bit. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the prettiness of snow, but like I don't like what I have to go through when I have to go out in it. Which is why I was just like, let's take stock of everything on like Friday, and if we need anything, we're taking care of it on Friday because I don't want to deal with this. Don't want it, don't want it, don't want it. And I feel bad for everyone that had to go to work or like everyone that was out, which more power to you if you're brave enough because I know you technically like don't have a scheduled shift that you have to work. But A plus to all the people that were out door dashing and stuff. Negative to all the people that were ordering DoorDash and stuff because why would you make people go out in that? I have never done that in my life. Like if I ill prepare for a storm, I just deal because it's not like I've never not had any food in the house or anything like that. It's never been that serious. So I would just be like, well, I'm just gonna have to go without that thing because I forgot to get it and that's my fault. Yeah, that's exactly what made me think of it. Which I mean, luckily we didn't see the neighbor next door order DoorDash yesterday because that would have been particularly mean. But okay, just making sure he's doing his job over there. But he did order DoorDash like Saturday evening when it was starting to kind of pop off on Saturday, and I was just like, oh. And the only reason we noticed is because his DoorDasher almost accidentally brought the food to our door. No, it was Saturday. They did not DoorDash yesterday. It was Saturday. Um, it was like Saturday evening sometime. But yeah, we only noticed because they walked up and our ring camera went off because they almost sat his food on our porch. And then right before he rang the bell, he realized he was at the wrong house. Which would have been unfortunate for the neighbor because not that we hate our neighbors, but we're not friends. So if your food got left on our porch, guess what I'm not doing? I am not putting my snow boots on, bundling myself up, and walking next door to give you your food. Right? Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have to do groceries and stuff this week too, but it shouldn't be till the end of the week. So the only thing I'm worried about, but it's a smaller percentage, so I guess we'll have to see. Because I think it does say Friday and Saturday this week again that it's supposed to snow, but the percentage is not as high as it was Sunday. It's not like the 98, 95% or whatever. So if it does, it's probably going to be like flurries and not that bad. Um, so we'll have to see because we definitely need to go out and get stuff this week. But unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, I don't get paid until Friday. Um, so we try to wait till both of us get paid before we do groceries. Oh, I see mess. People just be leaving garbage in my place. Shame, shame. Mm-hmm. Yep, the joy of mortgage. The joy of mortgages, it's a tough one because it's like I hate paying it, but at the same time, it's lovely and I'm thankful that we have our own house and we're not renting from anyone. Oh, missed some trash. Missed some trash. Are people just like opening stuff in the store and trying it out? Like those parents that go to stores and let their kids eat food before they pay for it. Which I don't know how I feel about that scenario, because Spirit and I have experienced that scenario before, and I'm just like, eh. I can see in certain circumstances where that would maybe be necessary, but I don't know. That's a slippery slope, because there's some people that are doing that in stores, like letting their kids eat stuff and then like not paying for it. So that's a tough one. Check out these people out. I was gonna say, yeah, that's what Prometheus said too. He said that they made it. And I was surprised when he said that the office was open because I thought for sure that they wouldn't be open. And also, alternatively, I'm surprised that the payroll folks, because I'm assuming, them saying that you guys might get paid late if the office wasn't open today. I'm assuming that means the payroll people have to be in the office to do their job. And I'm just like, huh. That makes me curious what is involved in payroll that they need to physically be in the office in order to do it. Because I would think that would also be like a job that you could do from home, but maybe not. So that's good at least. I had a surprise training today at work. It wasn't like terrible. It was something that I've kind of already used before, so it wasn't like brand new information, but stressful. Oh, yeah, yeah, that definitely. Yeah, the stuff that needs to be weighed, you should absolutely not be letting your kid eat that in the store. Mm-mm. Nope. The other stuff, I'm just like, you could keep the package, but I don't know. I just have this mindset in my brain that if you consume something before you've paid for it, you're stealing it. I know that's not exactly how it works, and I'm sure that's commonplace that kids do that and then the parents will take the package up there. But I don't know. At least the other stuff you have the package. But yeah, when it's stuff that needs to be weighed, like fruit and stuff like that, like, come on. Unless it's like packaged fruit, like strawberries or something that has its own barcode, of course. But still, if you're getting other stuff and just letting them eat it and it has to be weighed, and it's just like, oh, why do I feel like this was also a ploy for you to have to pay less? Like, why do I feel like I'm getting screwed in this scenario? Sorry about that. Let's see. Well, except for that one time, but yeah, I figured that's how you usually do it. But I do remember that one time we were in the Dollar Tree and the little one was about to implode on herself, and we had to grab whatever that was that we grabbed that she started munching on before we got up and paid. I don't remember what it was. It was something packaged. But I figured that's how you would probably normally do it. Oh, excuse me while I glitch into that box there. But yeah, I'm not saying all parents are dishonest because that's absolutely not true. But I'm sure, and I bet Spirit would agree with me on this, that there are some people that probably use their kids, if you will, to maybe slide some stuff through that normally wouldn't be let slid, if you know what I mean. And I don't necessarily mean shoplifting, but just, Although I have seen videos of people doing that, unfortunately, which is just sad. It's like, don't, whoops. Didn't mean to put 3 of those on there. Um, yeah, don't use your kiddos to shoplift. 10 out of 10, not a good idea. Don't do it. I've seen so many videos of that, and I'm just like, why on God's green earth? Wow, the kegs were popular, apparently. Those are expensive kegs. Who's kegging so much in this neighborhood? Goodness. I'm gonna need you to calm down a little. Somebody done came and bought out all the kegs. Not cool. But yeah, so much, seen so many videos accidentally on. Yup, someone had a party. Or multiple someone's. But yeah, I've seen so many videos where people use their kids to shoplift or whatever, and it's just like, are you kidding me with this? Oh, whoops. It's like, why are we doing this? Using our kiddos to manipulate the system. Or try to manipulate the system, as it were. Because obviously, most of the time, I'm sorry, I'm just leaning off to the corner. Because most of the time, they don't get away with it, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of them, I'm sure, they probably hope if they get loud or like throw a fit that you'll let it go. And it's just like, ma'am or sir, but usually ma'am. I'm gonna need you to not be doing that because you know you were wrong. You know you were wrong. I also think a lot of them, uh, not just to use them as an accomplice, if you will, but I feel like a lot of people that do that, and it's not a good thing, but I feel like they bring their kids hoping that if they do get caught, you'll like take pity on them because they have kids with them and not get them in trouble. And it's like, feel bad you have a kid, but you made the decision to do that though. And I know some people argue about the cost of things and whatnot, like, oh, if they're stealing food, I won't look the other way, blah blah. I'm not necessarily talking about those videos per se. I'm talking about the people that still not necessity things most of the time. Not saying you should steal food either, but like if it's food or baby formula, I feel like a lot of people would be like, okay, you shouldn't steal, but I understand if it was a basic necessity and you couldn't afford it, I kind of get it. But if you're trying to steal like electronics or video games or like stuff you don't need but just stuff that you want, I feel like that falls into a different vein, if you will. But yeah, I'm not surprised that Walmart probably has a huge amount of that happening. And I also feel like a lot of people are like, which I don't necessarily disagree about this point of it. People are like, oh, Walmart makes enough money, they're not going to miss it. And it's like, well, I mean, they do make a lot of money, but that doesn't mean if like every store collectively started to have a massive problem with theft. Because I don't remember how that works or like what it's called, but I know that they have like a certain amount of money set aside to like balance out or cover, like, what is that called? Oh my god. The word's like right there in my brain and I can't pull it. Not inflation, that's not the word I want. I can't think of the word, but they have like a certain amount of money set aside to like kind of balance out if stuff gets shoplifted, but if it gets over, if the shoplifting in that store steadily goes above that number and it's starting to like eat into their profit, is when they don't like that. I don't remember what that word is. I hate that. When there's like a word in your brain and you're like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't pull the word right now. Because I've seen a lot of stories like that where, okay, that is empty. I couldn't tell. Where like stores will close in an area and it's just because they're massively getting shoplifted on a regular basis. And it's just like, that is the age old argument, you know? Because it's like, does Walmart have enough money that they could probably still function even if they were like losing profit in areas that were high shoplifting? Probably. But then at the same time, it's like, but it's a business. And like, if it was a small business, you wouldn't say to them, well, you should just eat it if you get shoplifted from, because it is what it is. I know this is a heated topic of discussion, probably. Not that I want to start any kind of massive debate about it, but we're working in a store here, so it's bound to come up. That reminds me, I need to put tea on the shopping list. I felt a little under the weather a couple days ago, and I didn't. I usually don't, and I guess it's from the Midwest in me, if you will. But usually when I drink tea, I like iced tea because that's just what I grew up with. Every once in a while, I will get an inkling for like warm tea, and my throat was not feeling the best. And I was just kind of like bleh. So I wanted some warm tea, and I forgot that not that it was bad because I still drank some and it still tasted good. Um, I forgot that the only like tea that I had that wasn't cold tea was the tea that I got from Disney when we were on vacation. Which, like I said, is good tea. I drank some, but I probably need to keep a more neutral tea flavor on hand because I believe that tea is birthday cake flavor, and it was just a little weird to drink for that purpose, but I still did, and it was still good. Now I just wish that I could find because I bought those also with the tea when we were on vacation, but they're ridiculously overpriced, and there were only like 6 of them in there. But they had they were selling these like solidified like honey sticks, I guess you could say. So it had like a big chunk of honey on the end of the stick in like different shapes and things that you could also buy to like use for the tea. And for that tea in particular, that is just the right amount of sweetness to put in there. And I was like, dang it. I wonder if I could find those. And I've hunted like on Amazon and stuff. And I'm surprised considering honey's usually not super expensive unless you get like fancy honey. But maybe I need to like buy some of the sticks and make my own. Because I don't think the ones that I bought are flavored honey. They don't taste like flavored honey to me. They taste normal. So I don't think it's special honey or anything like that. Meaning, I could just get some fancy. I guess I could Amazon honey sticks. I don't know if that's exactly what those sticks are meant for, though. I don't know if they have a specific name. So I'm not sure uh, if that's what they're actually called. Because they're those, and help me if you know, guys. But it's those wooden sticks with like the round wooden balls on the end. I don't know what those are called. I'm horrible with words today. It's Monday. Tis Monday, and I'm absolutely horrible with words. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. So I'm not, I'm not out of my mind. Also, I forgot to mention this, and I don't know if I did because I know we were working on. They are. I know we were working on affiliate for this channel, and I can't remember if I mentioned it. But the only qualification, whatever you call it, thing left that we need is engagement. I think the number is like the average is like 3 or something like that, and we're just below engagement. So the more convos, the better. So chit chat away. But but yeah, words are hard. Words are hard, especially when it's like Monday after you've had a weekend of being snowed in. And also last weekend was just a chill weekend because the whole week before we were bouncing around for Christmas and everything. So it was just like, oh man, we can sit and do absolutely nothing. Yay for absolutely nothing. Da, 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 na. Na 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 na. And the shop is bumping. Okay, just making sure our homie was still over there. But yeah, sometimes words are hard. Ugh. What were you planning for dinner tomorrow, Spirit? I'm sure we haven't been making the same stuff, but I was just curious. What do we got here? You have no idea? It's like, I have no clue. Hadn't thought that far ahead. I will get to it when I get to it. Ugh. Da, da, na, na, na. Na, 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 na. I love how ever since we had it, which I was before that too, but it's just funny. I keep tabs on that fish and chips truck that we ate from that was in town that one time. Just to see if they're coming back. Not yet. Which hopefully a lot of people with the weather, hopefully hopefully a lot of people didn't lose their power. That's what I was looking for. Because it got, which it didn't seem like it was on a constant basis, but it seemed like we were getting some wind whipping through yesterday. Because I feel like I heard it every once in a while in my office from outside, since I was sitting like right against an outer wall of our house. I feel like I was hearing it. So hopefully that didn't knock out a bunch of people's power and whatnot. You messy, messy people. I cannot. Dirty, dirty, dirty. We can't have that. Can't have it being all icky in here. Is there any other stuff anywhere? Is it dirty anywhere else? Okay. I don't see anything, but the little icon doesn't look like it's completely down, so I feel like I'm missing something. I don't see anything though. There's some hidden dirt somewhere that I haven't found. Get them a little boosted so that they truck along a little faster. Which hopefully none of us get that, what is that called that's going around? Norovirus or whatever? The, like, stomach flu or whatever on steroids is what it sounds like. Hopefully none of us get that. Here's to hoping. Because I don't want it. Since throwing up is literally the worst thing ever. They can keep that elsewhere. I am not interested. Oh, it's 9 p.m. Sir, that is a lot of cake and a lot of chips I just saw out of the corner of my eye. Okay. But yeah, back to that stick thing. I don't know if there's like a specific, like an actual name for those. Or if you would just type in like wooden stick. I don't know. So that's not exactly it. But I could make the little shapes like I Which, how do you solidify honey so it stays solidified at room temperature? Because, like, if you have honey in a bottle, it doesn't usually stay solidified, right? Like, it's liquid? I just thought of that. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, if I type in wooden sticks for honey, I get, like, the little wooden, like, the actual honey dippers, like the things with the thing on the end. I don't want that. What are those called? Do they have an actual name? I don't even know. But I like the little ball on the end of the ones that I have on the honey things I have now because it keeps it from, like, if you lean it against the cup, keeps it from falling in. So I like that. I don't know what those are called. That's going to drive me nuts until I find them because I'm sure that there's a specific name and I just don't know what it is. Oh, is this what it was? Did the windows get gross and I just didn't notice? Story of my life. That's probably what it was. Okay. And they're stocking. Get that real quick. Which at least it seems like it gives you a wide berth in terms of how dirty your store could be before people get upset about it. So that's nice at least. Alright, I'm going to start over here this time for stocking purposes. The pizza just goes on forever. It never goes away. It's like you can't get rid of me. Did I tune in more than one place, or did I? I guess not. I thought I did. Maybe at one point I did. I don't know. It is hard to say. Doing good on that. Not a fan of that, but I don't buy it very often, so we'll go ahead and get it. Because that stuff be expensive, and then you have one person coming in buying like 5 trays, and it's like, are you hosting a party? Why are you buying all of my stuff? Man, people like these kegs. Good Lord Almighty. My words are like slowly deteriorating. Starting to say the wrong word way more often now. That's Monday for you. Good times. There we go. Magic. Alright. Yeah, pardon me for getting into serious and or philosophical discussions. I don't mean to, but sometimes stuff comes to mind and I'm just like, hey, why not? If ever there is a time, and I won't be offended, if ever there is a time that I or we, if something comes up in the chat that I didn't start talking about a topic that makes anyone uncomfortable, please feel free to let us know, and we will stop talking about it. Because I know sometimes, which I know what we were talking about tonight wasn't a horribly serious topic, but I know sometimes stuff pushes people's buttons, and I get that. So feel free to let us know if we're discussing something that makes you uncomfortable. Don't just leave or leave and never come back. Just let us know, and we would be more than happy to come up with something else to talk about. Let's see. I wish they had a version of this game, or like a mod or an add-on or something, where you could run like a Japanese grocery store. I love those. We have like one store in town that's like an Asian market, and I absolutely love it. I just wish we had more of them, because I'm just thoroughly interested in, not only do we buy stuff there, but I'm just thoroughly interested in what they sell there, exploring my horizons of being able to try new things. And I'm actually kind of surprised we don't have, because there used to be, I'm pretty sure it's a different one than the one that, the only one in town that I know of now. There used to be one, like, in another part of town that I used to go to, and they just, like, closed, and, were gone one day. They were in, like, a very odd spot, in town, so I'm sad that a business closed, but I'm glad that I didn't have to go down through that area anymore to get to it, because it was down like in the Broadway area, if you will, of town. Think of it as like, if you don't have one, think of it as like the main vein of activity in town, where a lot of stuff congregates, and there's not a lot of parking. which luckily that place had its own parking lot, but it wasn't very big. So if you managed to get there on a day where it wasn't too busy, not that bad. But if it was a busy day downtown, whoo boy, good luck. I must be getting more boring as time passes because I've noticed that our peeps are slowly dwindling. I must be getting less amusing as time goes on. Because there were quite a few of you for a bit. And then I looked up and it was not so. So sorry, guys. Okay. And they've got that. Alright. Let's go ahead and run another day in the fancy supermarket. Sell some stuff. Talk about some things. Or maybe I need to stop talking about things because clearly I'm not talking about the right things. Let's see. What is an app that I'm using to look at stuff? Don't mess with me. That's similar, but not quite what I'm looking for. Let's see. Those are close, I guess. That's funny that the fancy, blingy looking ones are somehow cheaper. Because I'm getting a lot of, when I try to look those up, when I take the word honey out of the equation so I don't get those one things, I'm getting a lot of, whatchamacallit, appetizer skewers. Which, once again, not what I want. It's like, oh, so close, but not quite. I hate that so much when you are looking for a specific thing and and you know it probably has a specific name, but you don't know what that name is or the name has changed. Like my grandmother and I were talking about since I had to change my wedding ring. Yep, me too. Since I had to change my wedding ring, I want to get uh like the rings on either side, you know. And my grandmother and my aunt call them ring guards because I guess that's what they were called back in the day. But if you try to look up ring guards nowadays online, you get like the little plastic mabobs like that you put on the back of your ring or something like that. Not what I'm looking for. So I had to figure out what they're called now in terms of like listings online, and it's ring enhancers, I think is what they're called now. But I hate that when you're trying to think of a name of something or the name of something has changed and you're like, I don't know what they call it. This is just what I call it. It makes me, speaking of the ring enhancers, I wish I could use the ones from the one, because one has mysteriously up and went missing somewhere, which is the worst. Women will understand this. How you'll have a few, like, pieces of actual real jewelry that's worth something, probably, and then you have the cheap jewelry that you got at the dollar store. I'll be darned if you can't get rid of that cheap jewelry if your life depended on it. But you'll sneeze and one of them rings with like real gold or whatever in it will just up and vanish. And that's what happened with this ring set that I had, and I also hate that when people give me stuff and like something goes missing. So I'm very upset about it actually that one of them went missing because my grandmother gave me that set and I don't know where the other ring enhancer has gone to. But anyway, um, I wish I could have just used the enhancers off that ring and got them resized, but unfortunately, the shape is not right. So it's a double whammy there. It's like, dang it. One has mysteriously gone missing, and the shape will not fit my ring properly. Which I found, and also it looks like they make the enhancers, like every enhancer set that I've seen, I say set loosely, that I've seen on like Amazon and things, it's like one ring, but like I don't want to say you bend it around your ring, but you like, like they look like two rings, but they're like attached in the back to each other, so it's one. And like you put your ring in the middle. Whereas like the enhancers that I had from that old ring set, it was literally two other separate rings in the middle ring. So they even make them differently now, and I'm just like, geez. Which, I mean, I guess if that's a snugger fit, it's okay, but I had to look up, like, the one, I'll say one since they're attached to each other. Like, the one I have my eye on, I was like, oh man, I don't know if my ring will fit in that, which thank God for reviews, because I saw people, like, putting a multitude of rings in the middle of it and that appeared to fit. So, after seeing that, I think that it would fit my ring. Um, so I just have to allocate the monies to buy it. But I'm trying to. Oh, of course, I'd miss a mopping spot. I'm trying to prioritize here and there because also, even though I don't really feel like doing it, I know I need to. Um, which means I got to keep my eye out. But I need to upgrade my phone probably. Because it used to be, and I can understand, I can respect it, but like I share a phone plan with my father and my stepmom, and my stepmom's the main person on the plan, and I used to, um, and I understand if they don't want the little extra amount every month on the bill, but how it works with U.S. Cellular, which is what we have, if you get a phone through them, you can either pay up front for the entire phone, or like they'll put a little bit extra on your bill every month, and you slowly pay off the phone, and my stepmom doesn't want the little extra on the bill every month anymore for the phone. So if I were to get one through there, I'd have to pay, you know, whatever exuberant amount they're charging for it. And I was like, let's see what else I can find. And I've found one on eBay that I've got my eye on. I just have to allocate the monies for it and get it. And then you can just go have it activated. But anyway, my phone's not super old because they're on what now? iPhone 16. Is that right? Is that the model that we're on currently? Uh, and my phone is an 11 Pro, so it's not super old. But I've also had a problem with this particular model, and I don't know if anyone else experienced this, so maybe the model is just weird. But the 11 Pro that I have is the second one that I got from US Cellular, because the first one I got worked fine. Everything seemed great. And then one night I put it on the charger, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and it had turned itself into a brick. It had turned itself off. It wouldn't come on. Nothing would activate. It died. It just basically kaputted. And luckily, if it was gonna croak, it did it within the time frame that my warranty was still active. I think just barely. I think my warranty was about to run out, and it died. And luckily, I was able to go and get a new one and not have to pay for it. But so that happened, and then the one that I have now that I've had for a while, it's been okay for a few years, but the last, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 years, it has a problem with updates. Like, even if, because I have it set to like auto update, and even if it's an instance where there's enough room on the phone for it to do the update, it like won't do it. Like, I have to force it to do the software update, and I'm starting to think it has something to do with the phone. Like, maybe it's just because I can't remember how long I went between models before, because I think I've had one or two other iPhones before this one. I can't remember, but I can't remember the gap in between of how long I waited between models. So this might be the longest I've ever waited. So that being said, let me close this door here. That being said, you know, if this is the longest I've ever waited in between, I don't know, since I haven't owned a butt ton of iPhones. Maybe that's just what happens. Maybe if it gets to a certain age, it just starts to, I'll just absolutely have to make sure that I get all of my notes and everything off of this phone before I change to a new, which, if I buy one and I buy it outside of the store and they activate it, they're not going to take my old one, but I'll have to make sure all my stuff, which most of the stuff that's on iCloud and whatnot, I would think should be okay. But just in case, we'll have to make sure that everything goes through. Just in case. Excuse me. Pardon. But anyway, that's my phone rant for the day. Let me restart something real quick. But yeah, so I'm assuming that it has something to do with my phone, unfortunately. All right. Well, with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for the evening. And I'll pop you guys over to hang out with someone that I follow. But as far as I know, remaining on regular schedule, barring anything popping up, I'll be back on here again at the end of the week. But we'll see. You never know. But that's what we'll plan for. So I'm going to pop you guys over, and I hope everyone has a nice evening and a good day tomorrow. Bye, guys.